Good evening. We begin with a story about a sexual assault trial with details that some may find disturbing. Former Kitchener neurologist Jeffrey Sloka was back in court today as his case, which began more than 4 years ago, enters the oral argument stage. CTV's Krista Simpson was in the courtroom for today's proceedings and joins us now with the details. Krista.
Tony, the evidence portion of this trial ended more than 2 years ago. And since then, lawyers on both sides have submitted hundreds of pages of written arguments, which took months to prepare and months for Justice Craig Perry to review. Everyone returned to court today for the lawyers to present their oral arguments, addressing specific concerns the judge raised as he prepares to make his decision. Dr. Jeffrey Sloka's lawyers say there were medical reasons for the exams he performed at his private neurology practice in Kitchener. Sloka is facing 50 counts of sexual assault. The complainants, all female patients. Some received vaginal exams, breast exams, or exams of other intimate areas of the body. Some complained they were improperly draped or naked during these examinations. One of Sloka's lawyers, Jill Makepeace, told court doctors touch people. Physical examinations are an inherent part of what they do, going on to say there are legitimate medical reasons for doctors touching intimate parts of the body. Makepeace argues that if the Crown fails to prove that there was a sexual intent or motive behind Sloka's actions, Justice Craig Perry should acquit him on all charges. Makepeace says the doctor-patient relationship is different than in cases where coaches, tutors, or parents are accused of sexual assault. Makepeace citing a few cases involving doctors, saying these cases turn on whether or not the Crown establishes a sexual purpose. The Crown says while doctors are permitted to touch intimate body parts under some circumstances, that does not mean it is appropriate in all cases. Prosecutor Julia Forward saying many of the women felt their sexual integrity was violated. She also noted that Sloka's detailed notes almost never included a mention of exams of these areas, saying there was an absence of any explicit recording of vaginal, breast, or naked skin exams, with the odd exception. Forward told court Sloka's patients were vulnerable and often desperate for answers to their medical problems. Forward described in detail one 20-year-old patient who was seen for concussion concerns and ended up having a vaginal and breast exam. Sloka later testified it was because he had concerns she had cancer that had metastasized to other parts of the body. But those specific exams were not mentioned in his notes, nor did he discuss it when talking with the patient's mother later. Even if he legitimately thought he was doing something for medical good, what he did violated her sexual integrity, Forward told court. The day ended with Sloka's lawyers arguing that the evidence of neurologist Dr. Vera Brill, who took the stand as an expert for several days, should be declared inadmissible. The defense is arguing that she became an advocate for the Crown and too biased to be a proper expert. Dr. Brill, for instance, testified that neurologists never do breast exams, though the defense argues that didn't take into account that Sloka had some training to do them, and that in one instance, Dr. Brill herself did one on one of her own patients after the patient demanded it. The trial continues tomorrow. Tony.
Okay, Krista Simpson live with that report. Krista, thank you.